Good morning, everybody. This is my 2008 Yamaha V-Star 650 Custom. We're going to do a quick walk around and look at my add-ons. Original front end, never been touched. Original tire. Up to the original forks, original lights. Nothing spectacular there. Up to the mid-apes, Aftermarket Handlebars. Bought the bike with them already on. I don't know what brand they are. Down to the original lights again. I painted them black to match the bike, and I left the silver accent piece on there. Didn't paint that black. Thought it adds to a nice look. I also added that to the back too. Sprayed them. All the original controls from Yamaha were put back on the Aftermarket Handlebars. Mirrors, nothing fancy. All original hardware, everything. The V-Star badge was removed from the tank. I'm assuming. I don't know if it was on there, excuse me, on there or not when the bike was customized. 650 engine, original engine. Nothing spectacular about that. I am currently the third owner. So by the time I got the bike, and the carbs needed to be rejetted and soaked and all that, and the oil and spark plugs needed to be changed. These are aftermarket pipes. These are from Hard Chrome Double D's. I believe there's a website. And when I received the bike, they were all rusted out. And so have you. And instead of wrapping them or keeping the rusted look, I had a local guy ceramic them because of the high temperature. So they're not powder coated. They're ceramic coated. Aftermarket front pegs. These are nice and comfortable. Your feet sit forward. Everything's all in working order. I believe they're from Italy. They say they're from Italy. I could be wrong, but nice pegs for the brake and clutch. And moving along to my seat. This is a blue collar bobber seat. Bluecollarbarbers.com has a website. You punch in your make and model depending on the bike, and you get to pick from about 10 different seat covers and colors and what have you. It comes with everything you need. It comes with the bracket that connects to the original frame, a pan that sits on top with the ties, the springs, the bolts, everything. This whole bracket piece comes with the bike. Excuse me, the seat, and bolts right on to the original Fender. You could use the original Fender bolts, or they give you bolts, of course. The original Fender holes. I have my rear OEM light actually attached to the rear bolt and rewired, and it just sits, you know, clamped on here. Sits on the meat right there, and it's not going nowhere, and it's not spinning or anything. And worst case scenario, if I ever did lose the light, hopefully it would hang by the wire. It's very nicely tied underneath there. It would smack against the bike. I have all these tools, you know, underneath on the other side in the compartment just in case. But 200 miles I put on the bike so far since March. This is the end of August, and it hasn't loosened, so good for that. The seat's very comfortable. The 2-inch foam compresses down, contours to your body. Very nice. Going back to the brackets for the exhaust, this bracket sits here like this. 2 bolts down, gets attached to the bike, and obviously attached to the to the exhaust outlet of each cylinder. The whole rear end is original with the drum brake and the 170 tire. Like I said, I got the bike in March with 322 miles, so the first couple owners didn't ride it for whatever reason. And the rear fender needs to be redone in the winter. Had a little problem with that with the seat. This fender sits on the outside of this frame all around the bike, so I had to chew it up a little bit. It's fiberglass. Had to chew up the bracket a little bit, so instead of just buying a true bobber fender that sits on the inside, I stayed with this. Basically, I put the seat on, this piece went down past this piece, and then when I sat back up, it just took a piece off. So this whole thing has to be taken off and redone in the winter as a project, because now the seat sits fine. There's nothing wrong with the seat. let's see what else is on here. Oh, vertical side mount license plate with a nice red LED. Original rear end, like I said, all the way down to the shaft driven, Yamaha shaft driven. Some people might think that's good or bad. And then I cleaned up the wiring harness. You know, came out of the license plate, came up around. It was all taped up over here. Cleaned it up and put it up in here with the original lights. Like I said, there's a different angle of it. Up under the seat, nice and sturdy. And that's it. The only thing I did to the bike in the last couple months was I changed the seat and I sprayed the 2 lights. And I added the lights on the back to save some money. But that's it. That's my 2008 Yamaha V-Star 650. It was the custom model.